Hey, I'm so glad you're here for our midweek check-in with Spirit. Let's see what Spirit would like to say to us today. Okay, one flew off the table. Wow. Reflection. Reflection reveals who you are. Do I want to do any more of these? Okay, let's see. Let's go on to the stick. I got 3. Blue candle, tranquility and healing. Path making, forge and create, and spirit. Guides, otherworld. Oh, this feels so cool. Like, the blue candle in and of itself feels very magical. And then you've got, the other world and spirit. So the first thing I get right off the bat is this idea of within this sort of magical tranquility, within this sense of rest and peace, co-create with heaven your path ahead. We're coming up to, tomorrow for me in the Northern Hemisphere is the first of the new year, and the numerology of 2026 reduces to a 1, as I'm sure a lot of you already know. So it's like a brand new beginning. And it's really this opportunity to create a new path and to co-create that with spirit so that it can be, at the highest level, the highest path that you could take. And I think the reason why this sort of maybe rather big message is coming up for a weekly reading is because there's this huge transition taking place within this week. And it marks the transition, the change, the shift from this very reflective, transformative year that we've all undergone in 2025. The year of the snake, where we're shedding and we're getting rid of old patterns and beliefs and healing, right? This candle healing, we've undergone that. And I think that this week is kind of like the marking of that full transition, where you finally get to create a new path, creating it with spirit for your highest good. Creating it within peace because you've done the work you can rest easy now as you step onto this new path. Let's see, what next? What else? Spirit. Oh, jeez, these cards. That's a lot. Okay, there's a lot of cards. Let's just see what each one is. Releasing the past. Guardian Stone, which is awakening, right? Progress, initiation, definitely. Creating boundaries. I think a lot of this has been what we've been learning this whole past year. Seeing the beauty, you know, entering into that attitude of gratitude. And then, yeah, soul agreement, the life purpose, the soul plan. And I think that it's like, it's all kind of been, like what we went through this year in releasing and learning boundaries and awakening, you know, reflecting on, you know, just deeper into our hearts and minds and figuring things out. That's all sort of been a part of the plan. And things are shifting and changing. This new year marks the ending of that and a new beginning into, you know, a whole new path. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything else Spirit would like to say from this deck. We have, let me see, I'll put it here. Stone Goddess, unwavering love and support, and the Hagstone. Energy shield, protection, and inner strength. And at the back of the deck, there is also ancestral messages, connection, belonging, and asking for help. It really feels like you've gotten a lot of support from the spirit realm in, you know, working to achieve this healing journey that you underwent, that we all underwent in this past year. And we're talking about how we had to build those boundaries, right? Learning to protect our energy and build inner strength. Inner strength to be able to start walking down this new path. Oh, Jesus. So much. Okay. Okay, Glimmering Grotto. Oh, sweet, okay. So, seek hidden wonders, explore the depths of your imagination. Silver Birch, find grounding, root yourself in the beauty of the present. Yeah, wasn't that in the pile of cards that kind of fell out from the other deck, like seeing the beauty in everything? And then Dreamweaver, craft your reality and let your imagination shape your world. Like all of these are kind of like explore the depths of your imagination. And I think that's what like we're coming into. This is a really beautiful card. Wow, look at that tree. like starting to create a path with spirit that is really aligned, where, you know, we can ground it into reality, what we imagine, what we dream of, the kind of world that we want to live in. This seems like so heavy for a weekly message. Oh my god. But, you know, I think, yeah, ending your week strong, because we're entering into the 1 year. You know, this is year 1 of a whole new cycle, a whole new book, you know, a whole new world that you've yet to step into, that you've never experienced, because of all of that internal work that you did in this past year, and probably, you know, years before that. But especially this past year, I think that for most of us, it's been really transformative. And there have been a lot of things that we really have not been able to hide from. Like, we've had to address it. We've had to deal with it. We've had to reflect on, you know, those deeper things that maybe in the past we got away with, you know, ignoring. Now, this past year especially, we weren't able to do that. We had to face it. And it's leading us, you know, even within this week, which is so hardcore to say, because it's like, usually, you know, these kind of readings are like, oh, it may like end up, you know, coming to pass, or presenting itself within like 3 to 6 months from the message that you hear it. But it feels like, no, this week in and of itself is ending strong, because there's just this huge shift taking place as we enter into this 1 year, this whole brand new energetic experience that this year is offering us. I think it's the year of the fire horse. There's going to be a lot of right, imagination, a lot of fire and drive and passion, that we're going to be able to ground in to our physical world, to where we can witness it and see it take shape. And that's what this whole, you know, making the path with spirit is all about. As you peacefully, right, with the blue candle and the magic of that sort of blue color, peacefully and tranquilly move with spirit in the flow of how things go, you're creating this brand new path of a whole new life. And it starts now. It's kind of like honoring the work that was put in this past year and readying yourself for a new way of life, a new experience, and a new path to walk down. And, you know, I'm not seeing these 3 giant full moons. You know, there's a full moon coming up Friday or Saturday. Saturday, I think. And it's a Cancer moon. Which, you know, obviously does have to do with your feelings and your heart. And, you know, like, the heart is where the home is, and your home is in you. And so maybe this moon will be, you know, equally as impactful as just the transition into this new year will be. Kind of like, you know, marking how this transition into this new year is going to be for all of us. Soft, gentle, nurturing, but ready to take on the creating of this new path. Okay, let's do just a few last messages. What else do you want to say, Spirit, for us in our week? Anything else? Be patient, it will come. So nice. The sun. And look, it's an 11. Yeah, manifestation, power, 1111. Yeah, this is so exciting. Like, this is really what we are, like, what we can expect stepping into this new year. The sun is coming out. I don't know about for most of you, but certainly for a few of us, we've been kind of in a hibernation, sort of hermit stage where we've had to deal with this huge healing process this past year. And so now it's really saying, this next year, even by the end of this week, you can expect the sun to come out. And the new to start to enter in. The things that you've been working to manifest starting to take shape. That 11/11 portal. I mean, really, tomorrow, at least for me in the Northern Hemisphere, it's 1/1, and then because of it being a 1 year, 1/1/1. It's like a new portal that we're stepping into a whole new world that's bright and shiny. And I think with the be patient, I think that it's really important to recognize, and that's kind of goes back to the messages from this blue candle of being like tranquil and at peace, because the way that manifestation works is through a flow, and you can never rush it. As you're allowing yourself to just go with the flow of life, being patient and having that energy of sovereignty where you can be slow and you can be patient, that's what grounds it into reality. That's what brings about the depths of your imagination and all of the wonders that you dream of, because you're allowing it to take shape. You're giving it that time, and you're just being patient. And so, like, even though this is a weekly reading, and we're kind of just wanting to talk about what's happening this week and how we can expect the week to finish out. And yes, it's really presenting like a lot of intense energies because of this shift in and change in the new year coming about. There still is like this call to just be patient. Let it come out slowly as it's going to. Expect, yes, there's going to be some energetic shifts and changes, but let them unfold in the timing that they're going to unfold. And be at peace that, yes, it's all shifting and changing, and it's all happening in the right timing. Okay, last messages. Last messages. What's going on for the end of this week? What can we expect? Oh, these are sticking out too, so I'll take them too. Sorry if I hit the camera. Oh, oops. Oh, and that's interesting that it was upside down. Cool, yeah. Okay, so maybe what you may end up facing towards the end of this week is some energies of fear, or disruption or discomfort, maybe some kind of feelings or dealings of trickery. But first of all, I don't get this feeling that it's going to be anything major. Obviously, no, this is not a prediction of any kind of like major horrifying event at all. I think primarily what this is just energy that you feel within, okay? This isn't some kind of event that you're going to go through. This is feelings and thoughts and ideas that may pop up. You know, maybe you've been dealing with a lot of like tricky energy where you're trying to, be hopeful and encourage yourself and be more in the energy of faith instead of doubt. And it's tricky because you keep getting knocked off and thrown back into, the terror of this idea and the terror of that idea. And the reason why I think that came out in reverse is this is ending, right? We've got power here. Power is what's rising up, right? What's rising up over these energies and thoughts and feelings that have really crippled you in the past. And it's like, no more. This new year and what you even experience towards the end of this week is going to show you how you are gaining power over these tricky energies, these fearful and upsetting thoughts, these insecure feelings that keep throwing you back into the cage. They don't have power anymore over you because you're the one gaining that power. You're gaining the momentum of energy that rises up above these frustrating experiences and thoughts and energies that you've had to endure, especially for this past year. And so you can look forward to, even by the end of this week, a release, finally, of the power that these have had over you, and starting to feel that power being returned to you, which is so exciting. Yes. Getting that power back. Getting power over this tricky, fearful energy. Being able to finally, have the ability to explore the depths of our imagination and create with spirit the kind of world that we want to live in. Yes. That is so exciting. So look forward to more empowerment, a release from these heavy energies. The sun is coming. It's going to come. And you can expect that. You can expect to begin to see the beginnings of this by the end of this week as we enter into this new powerful year. So, I think that's all the message is for your weekly reading, this midweek oracle message. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that it brought you some encouragement and hope for your days ahead and for this new year. Take care, everyone, and I will see you next time.